Hello, my name is Argine Safari and I'm a music teacher from New Jersey. I'm excited to lead this proposed gNet curriculum project, Identity and Belonging. This 15-week-long project challenges learners to self-reflect and use 21st century skills of collaboration and critical thinking. Your students are invited. Learners in this project are students in advanced music performing classes ages 15 to 18 in New Jersey, USA, and Helsinki, Finland. Separated by more than 4,000 miles from each other, students come from different cultures and will most likely encounter challenges and issues because the purpose of this project is to raise awareness of social justice issues that affect today's teenagers and to initiate action to make a positive change. Through shared collaboration, this project will empower students to assume active roles in building a more just, peaceful, and sustainable world. The four outcomes of this project have to do with content, culture, collaboration, and 21st century skills. Each one of these outcomes will be evaluated during different assessment tools to make sure that students mastered the skills necessary for each outcome. The first outcome has to do with content. Students analyze current issues of social justice and ethical responsibility using phenomenon-based learning approach integrated in the Finnish school system. They then apply this knowledge to create an original collaborative musical on the topic of The second outcome has to do with culture. Students will demonstrate knowledge of Finnish and American cultural, social, and political elements, learning about similarities and differences between the two cultures. This part of the project will include original dialogues and scenes created based on authentic stories from both Finnish and American students. The third outcome, collaboration, will teach students to balance listening and speaking, as well as leading and following in a group. Through their participation and contribution, students will show collegiality, respect, and understanding of each other's needs. The fourth outcome is technology literacy and 21st century skills. Students will use several technological tools such as Google Hangouts, Skype, Google Forms, music software Finale, and more, but will also need to develop the 21st century skills of acting, collaborating, and living global understanding. Students' task is to create a collaborative musical about identity and belonging, raising some of the social justice issues through analyzing personal struggles and how they help define who we are. The final project will be an original musical, a true global collaboration between the American and Finnish students. Working as a team member is an important aspect of the overall success because collaboration is the key when creating an original work. The following is the collaboration plan. Within each local community, students will choose a role that best fits their abilities and interests, such as screenwriter, composer, director, actor, singer, music director, and more. To collaborate globally, students will video conference using Skype or Google Hangouts. In addition, students will use Google Suite to work collaboratively on story writing and the script, Finale software program to write music, GarageBand to record songs and practice files, and iMovie to record the final project. Next, students will choose a social justice issue of interest. Working independently, each student from the participating class will research and collect data from different sources provided and choose a holistic, genuine, real-world social justice phenomenon that is important to their local community or to them personally. Topics can range from children or LGBTQ rights, immigration justice, economic or criminal justice, and more. Each student will write a personal narrative using the Pages of My Life format and following the provided narrative writing rubric. Then, students will choose up to 5 best stories from each global partner to be included in a future script. After 4 weeks of intensive learning about how to write a musical, students within each local community will begin writing their original script and music based on their 5 chosen personal stories related to social justice. They will then share their script and score with their global partners and create the entire one-act musical. Once the original musical is written, auditions will be announced within each local community, and the casting will be determined by a production team of students selected by teachers in each school. After 4 weeks of intensive rehearsals, each community will present the performance of the original musical on their school's auditorium stage and beyond. Throughout this project, each outcome will be carefully assessed using self, peer, and instructor formative and summative assessments. The content will be evaluated through completing the text-dependent questions based on several related stories, writing personal stories using narrative writing rubric, and writing script using composition project rubric. The cultural outcome will include skills of creating, collaborating, and global understanding of original dialogues, scenes, acting, and music. This outcome will be monitored and assessed through summative self-assessment rubric, peer-to-peer summative assessment rubric, and ongoing classroom observations by the instructors. The 21st century outcome will measure acting, collaborating, and living global understanding skills, checking the ability of students to work collegially with diverse types of people. Students will be evaluated using a self-assessment and peer assessment and formative instructor assessment through ongoing observations. The collaboration outcome will include balancing listening and speaking, as well as leading and following in a group, showing collegiality and respect. This skill will be continuously monitored by the instructors through classroom observations and discussions, student self-assessment, and peer assessments on the level of contribution. Dear potential global learner partners, you are invited to join us on this project. Our students are separated by thousands of miles and maybe different culturally, but this collaboration will help them realize that they share the same values and are similar in more ways that they could imagine. Come along with us and be a part of this amazing learning journey.